fit, etc. And you can go sick. Check this out. Yes, it's totally sick. So check this out. If I wanted to download this ebook live on my live stream, I could, when I interacted with it, it resized the source. So if we want to, we can reset the transform and it'll show the entire source on the screen once we interact. Through this interaction window, it actually interacts with the browser source live on the screen for us to show our audiences. Let's say we wanted to interact with this and I wanted to scroll down and show everybody the entire website. I can interact through OBS. Check it out. Through this interaction window, close this and look, it'll actually, this is sick. Check this out. Now in OBS, this is not in Google Chrome, this is not in Safari, this is not in Firefox, it's right here in OBS. You can interact with the actual website itself in OBS. It's totally sick. So check this out. If I wanted to download this ebook live on my live stream, I could do this within OBS and I can click this button and as you can see, it'll actually interact with the browser right here within OBS. Pretty cool, huh? As you can see, when I interacted with it, it resized the source. So if we want to, we can reset the transform and it'll show the entire source on the screen once we interact. And when we're done interacting,
How's it going, everyone? John here. If you're going to use browser source. So there are still, so for right now, a browser source, which, and you can see that I have 3 different ones already existing. And I'm going to, now there's 2 examples, or you can do a leave these in with that stuff. These are disabled, or having that you are working of the current page. Able to see already creating, or is going to be your Bungie source. So as you can see, it's pulling the video directly, change anything. So if I was, and what I'll do here is I'll both back, it's still playing, is so it doesn't play. So that is a benefit of OBS itself. This is a just kind of file is a video that's directly off my computer, and this is one of the parts that I. So browser source is still kind of funny of the like the width.
We can just close this and look. The website's right here on the screen. Interacting, we can just transform and it'll show the entire source on the browser right here within OBS. Pretty cool, huh? As you can see, when I interacted with it, it resized the source. So if we want to, we can reset the transform and it'll show the entire source on the screen once we interact. And when we're done interacting, we can just close this and look. The website's right here on the screen for us to show our audiences. Let's say we wanted to interact with this and I wanted to on my live stream, I could do this within OBS and I can click this button and as you can see with the actual interact, input the cool. There's also another alt website where you can download my ebook. It pulls it in just directly just as a browser source, nice and clean. Now as you can see, this is gigantic. There's a bunch of extra content I might not want to show here. So you can hit alt on Windows and you can drag the bottom, alt drag the left, alt drag the top, alt drag the right, and you can size this any way you'd like. And then you can put this website in the corner down here, you can resize it as you see fit, etc. You can resize browser sources very handily any way you would like, which is really cool. There's also another way to transform browser sources by right-clicking them and then going down to transform right here. And you can go to edit, transform, and you can crop it any way you want. You can position it any way you want. You can just input the numbers here if you don't want to use your mouse to drag and drop and resize a browser source. But here is the coolest thing about browser sources in OBS. What you'll do is you go down to the browser source down here in sources, right click, and then click interact. This is sick. Check this out. Now in OBS, this is not in Google Chrome, this is not in Safari, this is not in Firefox, it's right here in OBS. You can interact with the actual website itself in OBS. It's totally sick. So check this out. If I wanted to download this ebook live on my live stream, I could do this within OBS, and I can click this button, and as you can see, it'll actually interact with the browser right here within OBS. Pretty cool, huh? As you can see, when I interacted with it, it resized the source. So if we want to, we can reset the transform, and it'll show the entire source on the screen once we interact. And when we're with it, it resized the source. So if we want to, we can reset the transform, and it'll show the entire in OBS. It's totally sick. So check this out. If I wanted to download this ebook live on my live stream, I could do this within OBS, and I can click this button, and as you can see, it'll actually interact with the OBS, and I can click this button, ebook live on my live stream. I could do this within OBS, and I can click this button, and as you can see, it'll actually interact with the browser right here within OBS. Pretty cool, huh? As you can see, when I interacted with it, it resized the source. So if we want to, we can reset the transform, and it'll show the entire source on the screen once we interact. And when we're done interacting, we can just close this, and look, the website's right here on the screen for us to show our audiences. Let's say we wanted to interact with this, and I wanted to scroll down and show everybody the entire website. I can interact through OBS. Check it out. Through this interaction window, it actually interacts with the browser source live right here in OBS. Pretty amazing, right? Now, most streamers are going to be using something like a window capture or a display capture to show a website. As you can see, pulling a browser source is completely superior because of the interact feature, where you can interact with the browser source directly in OBS without having to have a browser open at all on your computer. It's all consolidated right here within the software. Use browser sources, friends. It's so powerful. We got rid of that static website, and now let's pull in a social media feed, right? Plus button right here, same as before. Then go ahead and go up to browser source. Then we'll go ahead and grab the input, which is going to be the URL. You copy that, you paste it right here. And as before, input your resolution, 1920 by 1080. There you go. And then hit OK. Boom, there's my Twitter feed. Ever wanted to show your Twitter feed to your audience in a nice clean way? This is a way to do it. Want to do so in a way where you don't have to pull Twitter open in a news browser site. As you can see right here, boom, there you paste it right here. And as before, input your resolution, 1920 by 1080. There you go. And then hit OK. Boom, there's my Twitter feed. Ever wanted to show your Twitter feed to your audience in a nice clean way? This is a way to do it. Want to do so in a way where you don't have to pull Twitter open in a Google Chrome tab and be fumbling around with it on the other monitor? This is a way to do it. You right click right here, you hit interact, and now you can interact with to pull a browser source into gear.com within OBS. Pretty cool. Your Twitter feed, you could log in if you wanted to, you can scroll down, you could show just one particular tweet if you wanted to during your stream. Let's say I just wanted to show this tweet on screen to my your stream, particular tweet if you wanted to during your stream. Now you can enter tab and be fumbling around with it on the other monitor. This is a way to do it. You right click right here, you hit interact, and now you can interact with your Twitter feed, you could log in if you wanted to, you can scroll down, you could show just one particular tweet. If you wanted to during your stream. Let's say I just wanted to show this tweet like this, using the browser source, without having to have another window open, right here in OBS. And you could put that tweet right over here in the corner. You can make it half of the screen. You can resize it as you see fit. As you can see, this is very, very dynamic. So let's go ahead and add a browser source that is more complex, like a video. Plus button under sources, go to browser, click, same as before guys, you guys know the program. This time though, we're going to go to something like YouTube. We're going to copy the link address to a YouTube video or whatever video you want to put in here. Then we put that right here in the URL spot. You know the drill with width. Add your desktop resolution right here, just to make sure we get everything. But here's the unique part, pay attention right now. You can control the audio of that browser source using OBS. If you check this button, check this out. Click that, hit OK, and watch what happens. It pulls the audio down here under your audio mixer from this browser source. So it's pulling both the video from the browser source and the audio from the browser source all in OBS, which is amazing. You can control the audio here in OBS, turn that volume down, make it whatever you want. You can mute it, you can add effects to it, and you can interact with it. So if this was playing an ad, as you can see, there's an ad right there, it's pesky. Go ahead and interact. Turn that ad off. Perfect. Here you go. Here you are with your video. Think about the possibilities, creators. Let me inspire you. Crop this out. This could be a video that you're reacting to in OBS. Go ahead and crop it down. Crop it like this. Maybe you're reacting to a trailer or something on your live stream, or you're wanting to review a piece of content. Okay, crop it out, put it in the corner like this. Go ahead, add your webcam down here. All of a sudden you're recording a live reaction video from a browser source. Pretty sick, huh? You could add a social media feed right here to see how the hashtag for this video is trending. Let's say it's about a trending thing. And then you could put another browser source down here, which is live comments from all of your fans. Browser sources allow for unlimited flexibility and allow you to have, then you can crop.
What's up guys, welcome back once again to the Gaming Careers YouTube channel, where we teach you everything that you need to know in order to make a profession from switching and the lobby, and the second, which is the actual game that you play. Your game's client whilst you're playing the game. This can also be useful for people that not using games but want program for the client and a separate or any of your client, and start so that it's easier for you guys to visualize exactly. So you have both the game and the client running, called Q, is going to be for, I'm going to name this LOL game League of Legends trademark client. Now don't ask me why Riot, who are the developers of League of Legends, have decided to name the game process, not the client exe. That is the right process, so we're going to select that. I'm going to name it into OBS. In OBS I'm just going to quickly create my two scenes. My first scene, called Game, is going to be for when I'm actually playing the game, and my second scene, called Queue, is going to be for when I'm in queue or when I'm in lobby and I want the client to show. In my game scene, I'm this one, which is League of Legends.exe, which is in Square. and click OK. Click OK and hopefully we should see our client appear in OBS. Don't ask me game by going to my sources, clicking the little plus icon and selecting game capture. I'm going to name the settings so that it runs.
Hey there guys, so today I'm going to show you how to set up the auto scene switcher in OBS Studio. This feature is really cool because it allows you to automatically have it switch between, or I have my starting soon screen, I have my Binding of Isaac screen, and I have my Photoshop screen. Now these are all in separate scenes. I have a cool transition which you can watch in my previous video uploaded. And to get started with setting up the auto scene switcher, you just want to click Tools and click Automatic Scene Switcher. Now once you're on this screen, there are two little drop down areas. The first drop down area is the window that you want it to capture, or the window that it's going to be using. When it decides to scene switch. So if you want to set the scene it's going to be using, you click this drop down. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have it basically switch to my intro screen when it is not on any of the windows matching. So for my intro screen, I just want it to switch to intro screen when no windows match. And I don't need to set anything specific for.
হ্যালো আসসালামু আলাইকুম হ্যালো কাকে ফোন দিছেন হ্যাঁ মোহাম্মদ সুমন দুই নাম্বার গেট আমি কি করি ঘরে বইয়া রইছি আমি তো কিছু করি না এখন কেন না আমি বুঝি না আপনি কি বলতেছেন আমাকে কি আপনার প্রয়োজন নাকি ও আপনি কোথায় ফোন করছেন হ্যাঁ কোথায় কোথায় আমি তো রূপালীতে ও ঠিক আছে আমি রূপালীতে বুঝছেন আমি রূপালী থাকি তাহলে বোধহয় রং নাম্বার না 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 রূপালী বন্ধ রূপালী চেনেন না হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা
For my intro screen, I just wanted to switch window Windows match. Now to set it to automatically switch to my Binding of Isaac scene, I need to set what window it's going to use. So the scene
এটা তো আচমকা হয়ে গেল
scene is on the right. I'm going to set my game scene because over here my game scene is set. So for the window, it needs to be Binding of Isaac. That's the game it's going to be capturing, and I press the plus. So now for my game scene, it's automatically going to switch when it detects I'm in Binding of Isaac. And now for my Photoshop scene, I'm going to set it to Untitled because that's the name of the window that's for Photoshop, and then add that as well. Then once you are ready for it to do this, click Start and Close. So now I'm going to leave my OBS up here in the corner. I'm going to move my Binding of Isaac over here, and you'll notice it already switched. Now if I do the same for Photoshop, well, as you can see, I've clicked off of Binding of Isaac. Here, let me make Binding of Isaac screen. Do is if I switch to the Binding of Isaac,
What's up, guys? So a few days ago, I was walking around and I found my old webcam back there, and I was like, I hate that I spent so much money on this and it's not being put to use. And I'd been watching some other streamers that had some really cool, like, different angles with cameras, and I thought, well, you know what? I'd like to try and set up something like that on my stream, but I don't want to have to press a button every time I want to change the camera angle. And, you know, I put a little bit of effort into it. I was trying to figure out how you can actually do that, and I found a OBS Studio plugin called Advanced Scene Switcher. And I wanted to show you guys just how you can actually work it, and you can do something like what I have. It's going to tell you basically what to do right here. There's going to be a 4-bit. Feel free to set up the 32-bit version. Here's the DLL. So then all you need to do is go to, let's go ahead and sort of start fresh on this. Oof, can we not be a pain in the butt? This is the fun part of having a 4K TV as a second monitor. If we click local disk, then we go to program files, then we go to OBS Studio, which is probably right in front of this. While that's there, program selected, and you're going to want to hit start. Like that, and then Advanced Scene Switcher. You're going to want to make sure you have this selected. Like that, and then Advanced Scene Switcher.